back to a new video. I am here to tell you guys about this new wig that I have on. I'm obsessed. I love it. I freaking love it. This is the Natural Glow unit. It's 20 inches long when stretched, of course, and it's their curly texture because I've had the coily texture before. This is definitely the curly texture, and it's 13 by 6, so it's 13 inches, boom boom, 6 inches back here. She's already been pre-bleached, already pre-plucked. This video is sponsored by Hergivenhair, so thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. I'm just going to briefly tell you a little bit about their brand. So I just want to briefly go over that, and then in this video it will be a demo. So I'm going to show you guys how I install this wig, how I styled the wig, and how the hair looks after 4 days of not touching it. So starting first, Hergivenhair launched in 2015, and I was one of the creators that worked with them before they became public. It's a little foggy, but they weren't quite launched yet, or they were, you know, just launching. So they were sending out testers to creators, try out the hair, and then we give them our feedback so that they can improve the hair quality. When they first reached out to me, I was very intrigued because if you are coming from my old channel, I started off as a natural hair vlogger, and then eventually I became like a vlogger. I was able to be introduced to hair extensions that mimic my own hair. Now don't get me wrong, I love a Brazilian straight, I love a body wave, everything like that. But if y'all really know, I really love like kinky blowout, kinky straight, and I love curly hair. And I love to wear hair that looks like mine. It is some upkeep that has to go into it, but I love how it looks on me because it just makes me feel like this is how my hair would look if only it grew this fast, or if only it got this big. Hergivenhair launched in 2015, and their main headquarters are located in China, but they do work with hairstylists in NYC, Boston, Virginia, Missouri, among other cities. And their whole purpose of launching was to provide hair extensions where, you know, people who have naturally kinky hair like myself or naturally curly hair can rely on hair extensions that do provide hair extensions that look like your own hair and mimics your own hair. And from where they started to where they're at now, they have really progressed with the quality of their hair, the packaging, and so many other things. So one thing that I do enjoy about Hergivenhair is there is an array of options. They have lace front wigs, lace closure wigs, clip-ins, headband wigs, and they're also offered in a number of curl textures. They range from, I believe, like 3A, 3B curl texture all the way up until 4C. I think that was very important when they launched, that they did offer curl textures for everyone. The texture is, again, extremely realistic. When I went to the hair store the other day, some of the women that were in there, they were like, "Oh, that's your hair?" And I'm like, "Girl, please, I wish. It's a wig. I'm wigging it today." And I really love how, again, they have progressed. Before, I used to I really despise bleaching knots on my closures because it was just another step that I didn't want to complete. And now they offer the option to pre-bleach your knots. But for the most part, it really just cuts out time for me. So you do have that option as well, that if you were to order a lace front wig or a lace closure wig and you wanted to have your knots bleached, they can do it for you. And also the lace is a Swiss transparent lace, and the knots are single and double knotted. So if you are curious, because I was always curious, like how could it be like virgin hair if it's curly? You get what I'm saying? Because from my recollection and from my understanding, it's no one that has this texture of hair that's cutting it off to be donated. You know what I'm saying? Where it's mass production of this hair. So I was always curious as to how is it created? Like, how is it made? And how is it that when I wash it, it still is curly? They do work with Remy version unprocessed hair, and they have a straw that they use, and they wrap the hair around the straw, and then they steam it at very high temperatures to get the curl. And then in 2020, they also released multi-textured wigs, which I found was like a genius, because I remember when I used to review the curly texture, I would say, oh, well, this part of the hair, of my own hair, matches perfectly, but this part doesn't, because this part of my hair is curly and this part of my hair is coily. And I felt like that was a common issue amongst natural hair girls who were trying, you know, curly hair extensions. As we all know, not everyone has this, but it's not uncommon to have different textures throughout your hair. Like I feel that I have 4A and 3C. I feel like around my perimeter, mostly on this side I have a looser texture. Right here I have a looser texture. Everywhere else is really tight. So it's kind of hard to find a hair texture that's going to match perfectly. But now they offer multi-textured hair. I haven't tried it before, but I've seen it. I'm like, oh, that's freaking genius. And if you have like 3C, 4A, or whatever your two textures are, then you can now try out clip-ins, wigs, or whatever you want to try. And another thing that I got a lot, not a lot, but another thing that I got sometimes on my old channel when I would work with this brand was that they were very expensive, and they are, and I don't try to sugarcoat that for anyone. I would always say like, shoot, I wish they had something that's more affordable, so that way I can kind of give my audience, like I can give something that's a little more pricey if you have the money, but I also have something else from them that is a little more affordable if you can't afford, you know, Hergivenhair, lace front wigs or whatever. So now they've created a sub brand under Hergivenhair called Wings by Hergivenhair, and basically that's just going to be a much more affordable option, whereas Hergivenhair has like 13x6 lace front. So when you're working with like a full lace wig or a 13x6 lace front wig, it's going to be more pricey because of the construction and the time that goes into it. But with Wings by Hergivenhair, they're going to have T-lace wigs. And basically it's a 13x6x1. So it's 6 inches deep, it's 13 inches long, and it's 1 inch wide in the parting here and in the hairline on the side. And they're also going to have top lace and bang wigs. So their top lace wigs are basically like a circle here, and this is going to be lace, and everything else will be weft. So there won't be any parting for you to do on the side like that because it's a top lace wig. All in all, Hergivenhair does have so many options for you to choose from, but they are also further expanding. I have been so obsessed with this hair. I've had it on for like 6-7 days now, which is pretty long for my curly texture wigs. Typically, I don't really wear my curly wigs for extended periods of time because it does require maintenance, but I have loved this, and I didn't mean to purposely go 4 days without touching it. It's just I work 10-hour days, so I didn't have time, or I was too tired to twist my wig up at night. So I'm like, you know, whatever, I'll deal with it tomorrow. Tomorrow will come, I'm like, okay, I'll deal with it tomorrow. And then this morning I, you know, refreshed it, had no problems, had some shedding, and that is totally normal with any hair, especially curly hair. The only thing I will say is this hair is no different than your own hair if you have coily, kinky, textured hair. It does require maintenance. That's what a kinky curly wig is, so maintenance. I just wanted to go ahead and give you guys a little brief chit chat about, you know, Hergivenhair, my introduction to them. I am not biased by the least. I say exactly how I feel. I send the brands my video. I don't cut what I send them exactly how I feel. Hergivenhair has never once told me, you can't say that, take that out. They always said, thank you for being honest. When I took my break from YouTube after I deleted my channel, they were the only brand that reached out to me when I disappeared. And they didn't say, hey, when you come back, can you make a video? They just said, hey, we want to check on you and make sure that you were doing okay. We're not sure what happened, but we are here for you if you need anything. They sent me care packages when COVID hit, and you know, they just always made me feel like a person and not like an influencer or a content creator or what I can do for them. They always made me feel like that they seen me, Quiesha. If I didn't like the hair, I would say it. You know what I'm saying? And or I wouldn't even promote them on my platforms like at all. But I do like the hair. This is how the hair looks at the end of the day. I did refresh it this morning, and she's gorgeous. She is thick, she's curly, you guys. So that is all that I have for you guys today. Again, thank you so much, Hergivenhair, for sponsoring today's video. I really, really do appreciate you guys. And if you are interested and you want to check out this unit or any other unit that they have, because they have, again, a number of pre-styled wigs. They have wefts if you want to do like a sew-in, or if you want to create your own wig. They have a number of different things. Go ahead and check them out at www.hergivenhair.com. I will leave a link directly to this wig in the description box below. If you guys enjoyed today's video, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. So until then, peace.